Welcome back, everybody. This is part 2 of yesterday's video, which was video number 10. And this is a continuation of painting, weathering, and then ballasting the track. So this is my second how-to video, and I'll show you my technique, which isn't much different than anybody else's, maybe a little. So if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and if you want, you can click the bell in the upper right hand corner and it'll remind you when I upload a new video. And if you like, at the end of the video, leave a comment in the comment section below. That would be great. Alrighty, so let's get started. What we're using is, we're using some Elmer's glue, straight. And we got some Woodland Scenics coarse track ballast, brown. This is just regular isopropyl 70% alcohol. And this is a mixture of Mod Podge and water, about 6-to-1 ratio. And I like to put it in a cup with just a regular plastic spoon, works great. And just a couple of brushes and a hobby knife. Okay, so we're going to do this in real time. I think that would be the best way to show start to finish. So the first step we do is I'd like to put the glue down on the outside edge. That allows the ballast to stay in place on the edge. Some model railroad guys will use, cheap latex paint or paint they had laying around in the garage. Me, I tried it. It tends to dry too fast. I like the straight Elmer's. Works much better. I only do a section at a time. Just easier to work. Okay, let me just start on the outer edge. Try to get, uniform sprinkle. So if you notice, the Elmer's glue keeps it right at the edge, and the road bed doesn't really show. It covers it up. It covers it up nicely. In the middle, not too much in the middle, just enough to where it's going to fill in the ties. the outer edge here. Okay, once you got it all in place, then you just take your brush. Now I start from this area here. I'll push a little. I don't want to get too close to the switch. And then I come in the opposite direction. And just push it all down toward that end over there. Continuous. And just grab the outside edge of the ties. I like to use the coarse, just a matter of preference. I like the way it looks. They have fine. Fine is mostly, I believe, N scale. And then medium, I guess, would be alright. But I tried the medium and wasn't too happy with the result. But I definitely like the coarse. I don't know, it just looks more realistic to me. As you push it down, it'll start going into the area that you didn't put anything, which is good because the middle is most important. So the wheels on the train don't get stuck. Or you're standing here later picking pieces off, which can be aggravating. I think that's why most people don't like putting ballast on the track. But if you take your time with this step here, you wind up with a pretty good result. I'll go over the middle a few times just to make sure. On the outside edge, I turn the brush flat and just gently push it forward. This way it gives you that nice slope down to the surface. You just have to be patient when you're doing the ballast. The more patient you are, the nicer it's going to come out. It is time consuming, but it's all part of the hobby. And another nice little trick, once I'm satisfied with how it's going, then I'll just give it a nice little tap, settle things down. And then just check one more time in the middle. Okay. Put a little more on the other side. I'm just putting a little glue here. I probably don't have to because of the, piece of wood I installed. But I just want to keep it together in place. Alright. Now we'll just continue doing the same as we did on the other side. These plastic spoons that you get from the supermarket, they're like made for ballasting. I guess because they have that deep shape in the middle to them, they just hold the ballast perfectly. They work really good. I try a regular metal spoon, but they just don't work like this cheap plastic ones. Again, not too much in the middle. Just enough to just push it in between the ties. I know I said that before, but I can't stress it enough because the end result, if it's not done right in the middle, then the train just don't operate. Trust me from experience. And then you wind up standing here an hour picking pieces of rocks off that are in the way of the wheels. But trial and error. Most of the model railroading is trial and error. Some things work, some things don't. You just figure out another way of doing it. And again, we start from the back, from the left, and I'm going to the right. Or if you were coming, from the other direction, then you just go right to left. I mean, it's not the most exciting thing you could do on a railroad, but it's okay though. It gives you a nice, kind of like instant gratification when you get it in place. To see the finished product, end result, it's always nice. tap. The brush is, well, I guess it's kind of on the stiff side. Not too stiff, like medium. Excuse me. New York cold. Okay, we'll put a little bit more. We'll put a little bit more up to here, up to the switch. Add a little bit more over here. I mean, you're not looking for uniformity, obviously, because the real world, when they put this down, you know, it's not uniform, but, you know, you want to get it looking decent because it just looks better. Okay, that's pretty good. You stay playing with it, you'll be playing with it for 2 hours. Okay, so now this is where the isopropyl alcohol comes in, the 70%. What it does is when you spray it thoroughly on, the ballast that you laid down, it breaks the surface tension and allows the Mod Podge mixture to penetrate, all the ballast and then, dry nice and hard. So we just give it a nice, healthy spray of the alcohol. The ballast gets a little darker, but once it dries, it kind of goes back to the color it was in the container, which is good. I don't really like the darker look that it gives it. It kind of looks like cork. Okay. You don't have to wait or nothing. Once you got all the alcohol sprayed, you can go ahead and spray the Mod Podge mixture. And the same thing, healthy spray on that, so everything is all covered and it seeps down all the way. These are just regular spray bottles I got on Amazon. They work really good though for this kind of stuff here. What some people will do is they'll stand here with an eyedropper and they'll dip it in the Mod Podge solution and they'll use an eyedropper to put it all down, but that's just too much. This works a lot nicer. Now all the white that you might see, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it kind of gives you like a white haze. But once you come back tomorrow, everything is all nice and crystal clear, and then you just wipe the track down a little bit with some alcohol and you'll find it comes right off. Okay, so that's how I ballast my track. I hope you enjoyed the video in the two-part video that I shot this weekend. Again, if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. But most of all, leave a comment. I would love to answer some questions or, something, or techniques or something like that, or just, chat with another railroader. Be nice. Okay, thanks so much again for watching. I appreciate people tuning in to, watch me work on the railroad. It's pretty awesome. And if you're a model railroader, enjoy your railroad and whatever aspect you're up to on your railroad, and have fun doing it. It's a great hobby. And once again, I can't thank you enough for watching, and have a great day. Till next time. Bye now.